What's up, YouTube? Four Leaf Cards here. Just got a big mail day in, and probably the most important part of my mail day was a set of cards that I put together, kind of putting a care package together. I've got a friend of mine that's got MS, and she's a pretty big baseball fan, and it's actually kind of a tough one for me, but we've been friends for quite a while, and it's the kind of the disease is starting to take over. So part of her bucket list is going to a Red Sox Yankees game at Fenway. So I had a friend of a mutual friend, actually a friend that introduced us, call me up this spring and just say, "Hey, I won't use your name, but Kay is not doing so good, and not horrible, but having a hard time walking, and really want to get to a Red Sox Yankees game before the walking totally quits." So obviously I said yes, absolutely, whatever it costs. I know the tickets are going to be an arm and a leg, but we've got to do this. So instantly I thought, this is kind of it, and I've been thinking about why I collect cards, and what I should collect, and I've been out of it for 20 something years, and getting back into it and just kind of trying to figure out what should I do. And I keep coming back to this saying that we collect to connect. I think that's a pretty powerful thought, that we collect to connect. And whether that's connect to the game, I know, since I've been looking at cards a little bit more, I'm watching way more baseball, and I collect some football and basketball and hockey, and I've been watching way more sports. So in some regards, I'm collecting to connect back to the game, but it also means collecting to connect to each other. I found it really neat that everybody's got their own kind of YouTube channels, and there's forums, and there's people out there doing similar things to what you're doing, and there's people that are trying to figure out what they're going to collect just like I am, and there's people that have been collecting all along that know a bunch. There's folks that know everything about Hall of Famers, and everything to know about graded cards, and everything to know about Barry Bonds. And so I've been trying to connect with people, and it's gotten me really excited. I've found that I've been, watching videos of people that I've never met, and it's a connection. They're doing the same thing that I'm doing, maybe a little bit differently, but it's a connection, and it's a community. And there's all this talk about PSA, scandals, or not PSA, but grading in general, scandals, and I just can't help but want to just get back to the basics, which is just collecting to connect. So as soon as we figured out we were going to go to this game, I instantly said, I'm going to put some baseball cards to this, and I'm going to give a set of cards to my friend, and actually the other friend, the common friend, is going to go with us, and I'm going to give a set of cards to them as well that kind of matches up a little bit. Not fully. I'm going to kind of customize a package for them, because she collects, she's fans of some different things. So I call my friend, and she doesn't know what I'm doing, but I kind of slyly asked her, who are your favorite players? She's originally from Michigan, and really into sports. So she played softball, but was really she probably knows more about baseball than I do if it really came down to it. But I kind of snuck in a question to her, like who her favorite players were. She didn't really know what was going on, but she said Lou Gehrig, and she kind of had okay, who's your old school player? I mean, like I said, she's in the know. Your old school player is Lou Gehrig, and her Detroit Tigers were her team growing up, and Alan Trammell was her player. Now I lit up instantly, because I've got my whole Alan Trammell story about getting that signed card that was a fake. And so instantly I'm like, we're connected again at yet another level, because your favorite player is like pretty much my biggest story as a collector as a kid, getting my fake Alan Trammell auto. And then she moved out to go to college in New England, so she became kind of a Red Sox fan out there. And I'm a huge Red Sox fan, so we're connected again. And her favorite player is David Ortiz, and I got a boatload of David Ortiz stuff because he's one of my favorite players. So we're connected again. And then she's since kind of moved, and Ortiz is retired, so she's latched on to Javier Baez. He's been playing pretty good. He's not. I've got a little bit of him in my collection. I'm keeping an eye on him. So Javier Baez is her current player. So I instantly went out to the internet, and this is kind of mostly what this mail day was all about. I've got a bunch of other stuff. I got mail days coming out my ears, but I got to figure out how to videotape everything. But this was the first primary thing. I really wanted to assemble this group of cards and talk about collecting to connect, because the reality is, it's kind of hard for me to say, but she's probably going to be gone at some point here, and I'll have a group of cards that will connect us. So I'm going to try to keep it together here, but I'm going to, of course, going through baseball cards makes me happy. So I'm just going to go through some of the cards that I picked for her, and I got a card. So every card that I got her, I got for me too. So, geez, getting soggy over here. But anyway, this is a numbered to 99 Lou Gehrig. I thought this is a pretty sharp card. It's got a little bit of a rainbow to it. I really can't afford all the old Lou Gehrig stuff. I really wanted to get some auto cards of everybody, but that's not going to happen anyway either. So I tried to get some decent cards that had a little bit of value to them, but that were kind of good looking, that she would appreciate. So here's one 63 out of 99 Lou Gehrig, nice sharp looking card, good picture of him, some things on the back. Here's a Gypsy Queen one. I thought, man, that guy looks like a stud. Look at him. It's pretty, let me put this off to the side here. Good looking card. It's got, it's kind of raised up here. It's like in a frame. And I don't know if you can see, I got some light from outside coming in here, but this border is almost like a metallic. It's a sharp looking card. So those are kind of the two Lou Gehrig cards that I picked out for my buddy Kay. And now we get on to Alan Trammell. I found these. I love these 3D cards from the 80s. So it's a Kellogg's thing. It's kind of a coffee table talk thing. It's kind of an oddity. But I think it's funny because it's got the signature of Alan Trammell on there, which does not look like my signed auto. I've got two L's in mine. Again, I got had as a little kid there. But so I think this is a funny part, and I told her I got a funny Alan Trammell story that I was going to tell her at the game. So she's looking forward to hearing. I haven't told her that story yet. So she's looking forward to hearing that story. And then once I tell that story and see that one, this is the actual card that not the card, but the card that I had signed or not signed by some dude or girl or whatever. But this is the card that I thought was an Alan Trammell signature. I've got that in my personal box. And then, this one I kind of spent some money on. I got two of them. So now I actually own an actual Alan Trammell auto card. But this is a National Treasures numbered to 99 on-card auto of Alan Trammell. So now I've got a real one, and she's going to have a real one too. I thought that one was pretty important just because it's fairly rare that somebody's an Alan Trammell fan, and for me, Alan Trammell's like pretty key to my collecting story. This is so then Trammell was her Detroit guy, and then Ortiz was her Red Sox guy. So I picked out some Ortiz cards. Again, I didn't have a huge budget for this, so I tried to stay just kind of, just cheaper cards, but kind of good looking ones that had good kind of good pictures of the players. And then our other friend is a Red Sox fan, so they'll be getting all of these Ortiz cards as well. So there he is, Ortiz, just a basic card. This is an 89 retro, but it's in chrome, so it's kind of shiny. So I picked that one out. Nice, good picture of Boston on the jersey and his face. Here's Ortiz, kind of shiny, hitting the ball. I really like that, kind of that angle. Here's Ortiz. This is at the All-Star game, kind of waving his helmet. It's a pretty cool picture. There he is, hopefully he's either flying out or he's hitting a home run. I like to think he's hitting a home run. Another All-Star game card. Those tend to be a little bit cheaper, so staying on budget. Here's a Gypsy Queen walk-off winners. I think Ortiz is known for that, but you got, a bunch of the folks in the background, everybody cheering on. He's got his finger up. Pretty cool card. And hopefully there he is whacking another one. Looks like it didn't quite make it out, maybe the angle he's looking at, but chromed up, kind of shiny, pretty nice card. So just a couple Ortiz cards. Like I said, I really wanted to get some auto cards, but man, just way out of my budget. And then her other favorite player is Javier Baez. So this was a really cool card. I probably wouldn't have got it if it wasn't for her. But it's one of these, I think it's a high-tech. They tend to be doing these things. But acetate card, numbered to 250. It's got kind of a little shine to it. You can see it there, yeah. Pretty good stance. Here's chrome, Topps chrome out of the All-Star game. There's an opening day of him throwing over Mookie Betts. I thought that was kind of a cool card to include in the group. Just makes sense. We got a little Red Sox and Javi together. It's a pretty shiny one here. I think it's a good defensive pose. Got a lot of color to it, so I think she'll enjoy that one. Here's an optic. Again, just got some shine to it. So, just a fancy looking card, and the price was pretty good on these too. I think they weren't too expensive. I just went out to check out my cards and got them. And then the last two, I've got the rookie designations on them. So, Bowman rookie card, Baez, and then this is the one with the second base on the front. But rookie card of him throwing over players on the opening day. So, two pretty cool rookie designation cards for Baez. So I think she'll be happy with that. I hope. I don't see why not. She's pretty happy with everything. And then what I did is I went out and I tried to. I don't know who's going to be on the roster. Then we're going to the game later in the summer here, but hopefully the Red Sox will be able to remedy some of the stuff they just got hammered on by the Yankees this last series. But these are just some cards I got, kind of out of the active roster. I don't know who will be playing or whatnot, but I thought this was a cool one. So I got one for me, one for Kay, and one for Jay, my two friends. And so I'll split these all up, so everybody will get one, and then we'll kind of all be connected by this set of Red Sox cards. So this is just I had this in my one of them I had opened some Heritage up, and it was in my PC, so I just pulled it out. And some of these actually I had in my PC, and I pulled out and I bought two more, but some I didn't have, so I bought three. But this is a cool one just for us. I mean, we're all kind of Red Sox fans, so World Series, Game 4, Pierce having a really good night, so I thought that was a cool card. Here's Porcello. Again, I don't know who's going to be pitching, but I got three of these Allen and Ginners of Porcello in a Red Sox uni. And Matt Barnes, he's kind of been hanging out at the lower levels, but seems like they got him on the 40-man roster, so he might be pitching. And it was a pretty good deal on these rookie designation 10th anniversary issue black Allen and Ginters, pretty sharp looking cards. And again, Matt Barnes not a huge star, so they were pretty reasonably priced. So maybe we'll see him pitch. Marcus Walden, he was on the 40-man, so I picked up some of his. They were pretty cheap out of Heritage. So some rookie designations there. You never know who's going to be the next star, I guess. But I saw Heath Hembree on the 40-man roster, so I picked up some of his. They were pretty cheap. These are just Bowman Platinums with a nice purple shine to them. It's got them in a Giants uni, but they were, like I said, they were cheap. So I picked them up. Here's a Tyler Thornburg. He was on the 40-man roster, pitcher. I don't know what he's looking at way over there. It's kind of a pensive thought there. Cool retro throwback. So tried to have a little variety there. I got a little heavy on the Allen and Ginter. Just I don't know why, but they were cheap. So Vasquez, I know Sandy Leone was catching this weekend, but I saw these Vasquez, so I picked them up. So I got 3 of those. Mitch Moreland, I don't think he played this weekend either, but they've been kind of rotating him in and out. He was hitting pretty good there for a little while. Michael Chavis. Still haven't figured out how to pronounce his name. Sorry, Mike, if you're watching. But he's been playing at some of the infield, I believe. Holt's been kind of coming in and out too. I think they've been switching everybody around a little bit, just trying to find a groove. Nunez played, I don't know, last week or something like that. So I picked up some of his. I don't know who they're going to end up playing, but I kind of went to the 40-man. Bogarts should be playing, so this is kind of a big pickup. I spent a little bit of extra money here on some Xander Bogarts rookie cards. So those are kind of the big ticket item. And Devers, they had him at third base. I think he'll be playing, but these are rookies of his. Pretty reasonably priced right now, so I picked up 3 of those. Here's some Benintendi, 2018 Allen and Ginter. I think these are just classy cards. The other thing too, I was looking, I don't know, we're trying to, excuse me, it seems like I always cough halfway through a video, but we're trying to see if we can't get some sort of a package together. Maybe we could have these, meet a player or two, or go somehow get them signed or something. It seems like these Allen and Ginters have a good, like a matte finish to them that they would sign pretty good on card. So I kind of leaned a little bit there, and they were cheap. So JBJ, here's some JBJ rookie cards. If I could get their rookies pretty cheap, I tended to lean towards getting some rookie cards. So Jackie Bradley Jr., rookies, we're in the outfield now, / DHs. Here's some Martinez and a Ginter. And I'll tell you what, I picked up 3 of these, and I found these museum collections for pretty cheap. So for 3 of them, they were under $1 each. And I just think these are really sharp looking cards. So I picked up Martinez too. The one guy that's missing is Mookie, and I've got a bunch of Mookie in my PC that I'm going to have to go through and pick out. But so each of us will get one a piece of those, and then this will be the stack for K. So really appreciate you guys clicking. Sorry I got a little mushy there in the beginning, but it's a pretty cool idea. I've been actually went to a game with some other folks that I didn't really know, and I brought a bunch of packs of cards, just some cheap opening day stuff, but giving that out. And I'm really, really interested in this collecting to connect concept. And for me, this one's pretty important. And, we all have kind of stories that connect us to the game or to somebody else or something. And love to hear you guys share some of your stories on that. If you have it, let me know. But really appreciate you guys clicking on this. This one's really important for me. And it's going to be, this is going to be cool to kind of watch this and be able to go back and watch it and just go through it again and have those cards set and then remind me of my buddy who's got MS. So appreciate you guys clicking. Feel free to drop some comments. And in the meantime, if you guys are breaking anything, best of luck to you guys and have a great day.